You've just been licking your bumhole. It's meant to be a serious video, man. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Okay. So this is one of my videos about the story of. So basically, it's like a mini behind-the-scenes waffle. It's meant to be short. It's meant to be sweet. It's not meant to have a dog behind my head. But we're going to wing this, okay? So the other day, I released Better Than Silence retransmission. Up until last week, it was originally known as The Moment. The origins of this is weird, as the dog licks my head. In 2006, I created an album called Better Than Silence. It's on Physical Media. There it is. This one's still sealed. It was a collaboration of 21 songs across multiple artists way back in the day on the MySpace era. Along with my friend Stedman, we got some bands together. Marco did the artwork. A lot of help from a few people, but it was officially released, and the best thing to come about it is Laconia went on to be on the Tournament movie, and Certain Death went to be on Grand Theft Auto 4. But again, nowadays you would just make a playlist, so that was in the era of physical format, getting stuff out there, getting things for people to hear. You know, physical media, it was a big deal getting stuff on physical media. Now everyone just goes, boop, upload up into the cloud, and there's just so much out there. It's hard to get stuff noticed. Now, I can't sing a note, I can't play a note. I've been fortunate enough to work with so many bands over the years when it comes to filming and making music videos for bands. But if you give me a sheet of music paper, I wouldn't have a clue. So when it came to Better Than Silence, it was a collaboration of music right across the board. And that was it. Like, over the years, there's been a few times, sometimes when I'm surfing through my archive of footage and stuff like that, I'd seen some artwork and demos for Better Than Silence 2 over the years, and some of the bands, and just, you know, it's mental when a band wants to work with you and they've got a whole album and you've got to pick one song to make a music video of. It might not be your favourite song off the album because you're looking for what you can do as creatively. But some of the songs they put out is amazing. And just nothing ever happened, you know what I mean? It's like, I just couldn't be bothered, you know what I mean? It's too much hassle. And with Lonely Tree Entertainment, the YouTube channel's monetized free. It's stuff's on there because I don't see the point in it of making money off other people's stuff. If it's on the channel, it's me, or it's some variant of me. It's connected. You don't just put stuff on your channel and make money off other people's property. And, you know, 6 months ago, we'd just done the tour of Ireland with Matt and Joey Witt, Matt Fairley. And, like, Matt had just done Pieces of Me as a piano edit. And Matt's been thinking about how he's going to do his album, and we started to prep a music video for Pieces of Me with the broken down piano that was used in Steve Pledge's music video. Jack was going to do some drone footage, but Matt sort of started pursuing other songs, and Matt just keeps spitting songs out. He's a creative genius, and you just need to grab him and pin him down, and just the time never lined up. And then after the tour with Ireland, it's where Matt met Caleb, which is probably one of the best things about the Ireland tour. And Caleb Neb from Nashville, him and Matt have redid Pieces of Me. But again, Matt's now off doing a more raw acoustic version of his album. So that song sat there. Now that's why, you know, when the tour video was done, there was going to always be a song of Matt and Joey's combined from Montage. And that ended up being Take Me With You into Long Way Home or Leave It To Be, which were two songs that represented travel and, you know, something that relates to what we were doing. But Joey Witt's got a brand new album, Rose Gold. And I was sitting there one night, you know, and I was just trying to, at this point we had filmed the BBC thing, and I was sitting there and I was advised, like, to try and put some content together that showed the power of, like, the power of Lonely Tree Entertainment. I was like, well, I'm not really bothered. That's why on the BBC documentary, Lonely Tree's not mentioned. I'm not out there to get notoriety or famous or anything like that from it. I'm just like, this is what I like doing in my spare time. It's better than fuck all. And, you know, some nights I'll be sitting there and have one too many drinks, and, you know, I'm in my 40s now, and I've suffered, you know, and I've been open about that on my YouTube channel. And some nights I was just sitting there listening to music, and I've always surrounded myself by local artists, what you would call them, and trying not to be so inspired by mainstream artists. My favourite two bands really are Papa Roach and Therapy. but I don't like to get inspired by mainstream artists where you can't do anything with it. Jimmy Eat World's got a really good song, which I'm really inspired by, but will I ever do anything with it? I'm not going to put the time and effort in for copyright. You know, I was really frustrated with one of the Island Tour videos. I got a copyright claim and it was to do with a fucking 10-second clip in a nightclub that me and Andrew were in. Nothing to do with any of the tour bands, the covers or anything like that. It was just bullshit. And that's why I don't bother with it. So I had Pieces of Me and I put that on the track list, and then Joey Witt has a full album. Now I like a load of Joey Witt songs and I've got a few ideas for music videos. The only problem is Joey lives in America, so maybe it's down the line, but I love Borrowed Time. And I thought Pieces of Me flowed into Borrowed Time really nice, so I was just like, right, that's cool. And then obviously working with some of the local artists and stuff I've done with the shops and, you know, stuff that's just been sitting in the archive, I started going, ooh, and I got the buzz. I really did get a buzz, and it's been a really shitty year because my little brother Sam was diagnosed with cancer, and it's really hit me like a ton of shit, and recently he was just given the all clear. But I was sitting there some nights just absolutely, you know, void of despair, and I was just listening to loads of songs, and I just met Ash Tustain, and again, he is in the Island Tour, and he's got a great EP and a vinyl, and I've always loved the song called Warning. And, you know, I'm sitting there going, here's Pieces of Me borrowed. Next thing you know, Warning was on there, and I went, ooh, cool. There's 2 songs, 3 songs. And then my brain started rolling with all these other stuff, and I'm like, do I really want to do this? Like, can I be fucked? Can I be fucked? And then And You Nowhere, who obviously have been a big part of the channel the last year, from the music video to doing the intro song to still doing retro VHS intro, and it always appears as the end lonely tree thing. I've known Mark for years, and that's come back, and they were part of the tour as well, so they did the Clooney gig and just blew everyone away. They've got some really good songs, and here's this really cool song called In My Head, and I just love it. I just love the build up, I love the beat down. And obviously now you've went from piano acoustic, rock and roll, rock, woomph, metal rock, and you're like here, and I'm like, well, what direction is this going? And then I just started looking at all these bands like Cav, Laconia, you know, bands that have never done anything, bands that are on the original album. I was just thinking, oh, this will be good, that'll be good. Jack Melcrease got a really good few songs out there, Chris Norris and all this, and I was just like, right, okay. Then I heard Howl by the True Foxes, and I'd obviously worked with them 2 years ago now, and they toured the country back and forth. They're unstoppable, them guys, the girls. Anyway, and they came and played in the shop, and they were phenomenal, and they've got a song called Howl. And, you know, a lot going on, and I just loved that, and I thought, you know what? There's your 5 tracks. And then I had 8 tracks. I think Jack Melcrease was one, and I think Cav maybe be the other. And then I just went, you know what, The Weight with Mitch Laddie. And, you know, I sort of put them together, and then I just give it a listen through, and I was like, cool. And I just fucking love the way Howl goes into The Weight, with the rain, and then the kick drum of Matty Connor. Boom! And just nice and short and sweet. 6 tracks. Wide variety of music, wide variant of international artists, established artists. All tracks were perfected in their own manner. So again, I don't mix music, so again it was just like, right, okay, a couple of fades in here, fades in there. It's a video, it's not a playlist. It's, you know, the YouTube video is just designed to be there, links to the artists, and you're off and running. But then I was just like, well, what am I going to do with this? And again, what are you looking at? Because it's just going to be a black screen with the artists. And I was lying there in bed, and Chris Angel, as I always call him, Chris Stewart at Any Tune Creative. Obviously, there's an outtake coming to this actually. His like War Angel was just glowing like a motherfucker in the bedroom. It was pitch black, and it's just glowing away. And I went, oh, that's it. So, you know, if you look at it closely, you can see the angel. They can see another angel with his face like that. And I thought, you know, that's just another element of it. And pressed rendered it, spoke to all the bands. The only problem was I'd spelt And You Nowhere song. I got the name the wrong way around. But Matt's hadn't released Pieces of Me, so I sat on it. One night on my list of jobs to do, I quickly nipped in and renamed that, and re-edited it and mastered it and uploaded it. And it sat there, and it's been sitting there for about 4 or 5 months. Wasn't given a name on its artist thing, and then I just originally decided to call it Better in Silence Retransmission. Retransmission because the opening track of Better in Silence is called Transmission, and Transmission was used in the tournament. and it's a broadcast, you know what I mean? So the Angel, the track, and then obviously with the BBC, it's the first thing I've put out after the BBC thing, and that's a different story, but it was just done for sheer love of the music, how much the artist inspired me, and it was a way to put some of my favourite music together and what's inspired me into something that, you know, may raise awareness of these artists, you know, and that's what it was about. It wasn't about money, you know, it's about like, I like this, and I think cutting it down to 6 tracks rather than trying, like, again, 21 on this thing. Jesus. You know, it was good times, you know, and I sit there, listen to that album, it's hit me a few times, so I'll see you in the outtakes. So, in the outtakes, when I was scrapping through the archive last night for something else to do on my vlog videos, the War Angel turned up when I originally unboxed it, and obviously this War Angel is the very first War Angel ever, what glows in the dark, and what you may never seen in the original video is I decapitated it on camera. War Angel. Comes in a nice little package, handmade, creative. Now it's a little bobblehead inspired by it. It's got a bigger head than the Angel normally does. Chris, so model glow, batch 1, number 1, first ever. Now the big question is, this is meant to glow in the dark, and I really, like, I get frustrated with glow in the dark stuff I just put up there. Stuff like this. Tremors, glow in the dark cover. Does it glow in the dark? No. Got a Thing version of that as well. I even got a Jaws t-shirt, which I probably should have found for this. That doesn't glow in the dark either. So this better glow in the dark, Chris. Otherwise I'm still going to put this video on the internet, but give you loads of grief. So have a look. Packaging's really nice. Wow. That has got a bit of a whiff to it. God, I'm going to pass out high there. Bit sticky. You dropped it. Oh no, his head fell off! It's the first edition and his head fell off. This video is not going to plan. Right, jump cut. It's taking us ages to try and get this out the package properly, but here it is. The Angel of the North. Look at him, he's in a mint. Whoa, what's that? Now I'm going to put him there. It does funkily smell. It comes with a transparent sticker. So yeah, that's all the details in there. Big test though. Does it glow in the dark? That is mint. Thanks very much for that, Chris. So yeah, one more outtake. I'm going to go upstairs and just show you what's left of my War Angel. You can go on their website and you can see multiple stuff they do. Obviously the Arnold one with Matty Connor isn't upstairs and the up ones aren't there, but I'll say goodbye from upstairs, so goodbye for now. Okay, this is what's left of the Angel and North collection. There is one in the other room on top of my editing software, but there's the glow in the dark one there. I've got a Donatello one and 2 Mr. Pumpkinheads. These are the 2 original Pulp Fiction creations, and there's the Angel there as well, and then the one and only War Kong that Chris made for us way back. I had a spare one which I painted with loads of glow in the dark paint and stuck in the other room, but he's an amazing artist, and even though his head fell off, that's still on there, and I tell you what, this glows so much. Like, I can't, it stopped smelling finally, Chris, but that on the night, it's like what you see in The Simpsons, but like the camera won't justify it. That's why I was happy enough to actually get a still, which was used in the thing from the actual camera. But for now, it's hot as hell. Thanks for watching. Hope you check out the video. It's not a video, is it? It's kind of a video playlist. But yeah, thank you. Goodbye for now.